Namaste. Today I'm here for a writing skill practice because today's session will focus on paragraph writing. In one of my sessions I have talked about 4 skills and writing skill belongs to the last step. So definitely it talks about the excellence and brilliance of a learner. It's the last step. So when somebody reaches to the last step, it means the perfection of the language skill. So today we'll talk about paragraph writing. First of all, we have to check what's the meaning of paragraph. 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 Check, there are 2 words, para and graph. Para and graph. We have to check the meaning of these 2 words. So understand, it's a complex word. So para talks about near. Para talks about near, or sometimes it also means before. Because para is a word that has multiple meanings. It changes according to the context of a particular word used in a sentence. So it can be near, it can be before. And graph. This definitely means writing. This definitely means writing. So near writing and before writing. So that's the meaning of paragraph. Because it's a Latin word that has come from para and graphois. And graphois, the word has come from graph. And graph means writing. So before you write something, it's everywhere. Before you talk, you need to have a sketch in your mind. Before you write, you need to have a sketch in your mind. Because if you want to reach to the level of perfection, you need a sketch, you need a practice, you need a design. So this is a simple meaning of paragraph. So it's a word meaning of the word paragraph. Now we have to check what's the dictionary meaning of the word paragraph. If we check dictionary meaning, paragraph simply talks about distinct writing. Distinct writing. Distinct means very clear. We will talk about the speciality of paragraph. The special 4 qualities that can make a paragraph a beautiful one so that it is worth reading for the readers. So distinct piece of writing on a particular idea, and it really focuses, it centralizes on a particular theme and idea. That is the much more important information for you. Before you write anything, you have to focus on a particular idea or your opinion or your experience, which should be spotlighted. That's the main intention of paragraph. So distinct piece of writing on a single theme. I'm not writing all these words. So that's the main intention. Single theme. It has to be focused. It should not be a scattered piece of writing. Scattered piece. It should not be interspersed. It has to centralize. It has to focus. So there should be a gravitational pull. If I put it in this way, if I take a word from physics, there should be a gravitational pull towards the theme. So whatever you write, there should be a gravitational connection with that particular theme and particular idea that you are trying to share through your writing. So this is all about the meaning of the word paragraph. And we know that paragraph is something that is related to prose, and stanza is something which is related to poems. Stanza, definitely it means, stanza is also a Latin word that means a stopping place, where to stop. So here paragraph also gives you a distinct idea, a stark jerk and break with a definite or very precise idea. That is a paragraph. Paragraph is not that within few sentences you are writing something and abracadabra. It's not a hodgepodge kind of thing we think. So whenever we talk about paragraph, it has to be ordained properly. It has to be ordered, it has to be organized. These are the words you have to keep in mind before you write a paragraph, because the word para talks about before, you need a graph. So it needs a practice. Just as cricketers, any sportsman needs a net practice before the final game. So therefore, before you write a paragraph, you need such kind of practice session before you write anything else. So I'm trying to take you to that level of understanding. So I think I'm clear about the simple meaning of the word paragraph. Now, how to write a paragraph? Because this is a foundation for each and everybody who wants to be an excellent performer in language. It's not meant for class 11, it's not meant for upper level, it's meant for everybody. So we have to make our foundation very strong. So constructional foundation has to be clear, very solid, cemented properly, so that there is no pressure on us. Because whenever you kind of enlarge the structure, first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth, your foundation if is weak, then definitely this building will collapse. That's the same structure over here. So before you write a paragraph, you need to have a clear-cut idea about grammar, sentence construction, punctuation, syntax, and choice of words. These are the things I have talked about when I have made a video on 4 scales of language. Okay. Before I talk about paragraph, we need to have a sketch, as I have mentioned just now. If the sketch is ready, paragraph writing is going to be a bit easy for anybody else. How to make that sketch? That's the class, that's the session is all about. Now we have to understand, before we write a paragraph, we have to understand the topic. What's the topic? So therefore, there is a word called thesis. Thesis. Thesis, perhaps you have heard this word from those scholars who have done their researches, or they have done namely PhD, MPhil, and those researches. They have to make a thesis. Thesis means a writing that is very much insightful, made through research, strong research. That is a thesis. So thesis statement, what is our thesis statement? The main idea or the main topic is going to be a thesis statement. Because you are making a research on this. Suppose, let's take a topic, that's pollution. You have to write an essay on pollution. So pollution is going to be a thesis statement. Thesis statement is also called an umbrella term. Umbrella term. Thesis statement is called umbrella term. Umbrella is actually a modern term that talks about under the shade. It's a wide term. It's a bigger term that every category comes into that. For an example, hero is an umbrella term. So if there may be hero, scooty, pleasure. I'm not talking about this. Pleasure, splendor, splendor plus, these are all categories, but ultimately it comes to the umbrella term that is hero. I hope it's clear. So the thesis statement is an umbrella term. So the topic, the main topic on which you are going to write is going to be your thesis statement. Suppose for an example, pollution. For an example, school. You are talking about, you are writing a story on school. So when I talk about paragraph is related to essay, paragraph is related to story, paragraph is related to letter, everything. Later the format is different, but you have to write the letter with the help of your paragraphs. Story writing, the format is a bit different, but you have to write the story with the help of paragraph. If you write an essay, different types of essays, 5 types of essays, but whatever essay you take, ultimately you have to write with the help of paragraphs. So therefore paragraphs takes the pivotal role before you write anything. So thesis statement is the main topic in which you are going to write. So therefore it is called an umbrella term. As I told, umbrella is a bigger term, a term of wide expansion under which everything comes into the category. So suppose you are talking about pollution. So pollution I'm writing over here. So therefore pollution is going to be your umbrella term. Umbrella term, because on this particular topic you are going to make a research, even though it's, be mindful that it's not a research, but definitely through writing you are trying to prove something. You are going to showcase your knowledge, your experiences, your observations about the topic. So therefore in that case we can talk that this is actually a thesis statement. After that comes a topic sentence. So thesis statement, if I number like this, thesis statement is the first step, number 1. Number 2, I can consider the topic sentence. Next we are sketching topic sentence. Now what is a topic sentence? Let's take an example with the help of pollution only. Topic sentence definitely talks about that the mainstream, it is divided into different categories. For an example, if you talk about pollution are of different types: air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. So you can take these divisions and you can write on pollution as a whole. Suppose if school is your thesis statement, then different classes are going to be your topic sentences. Understand this, very category, it's very easy. Don't try to make it very complex. If school is going to be or college is going to be your thesis statement, then 3 years or maybe 4 years engineering or medical science, 4 years. Particularly individual year, first year, second year, third year and fourth year, these are going to be your topic sentences, because you can focus on your first year, you can focus second year, third year, fourth year. Similarly, if you talk about pollution, because I'm trying to talk about in terms of pollution so that you can understand it. So air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, sound pollution, these pollutions are there. So you can take only air pollution as your topic sentence and you are talking about air pollution in that particular sentence. So that becomes your topic sentence. So here you can take air pollution or water pollution, whichever you like, or sound pollution. So that's going to be your topic sentence. So after thesis statement is the main research, the main idea, and this main idea can be differentiated or can be separated into different categories, into different sub branches. These are the sub branches. So that is what. So air, you can talk about air pollution, you can talk about water pollution. That's going to be a topic sentence. Next come your supporting sentences. Next come your supporting sentences. Understand, I have sketched over here 2, I have marked here 3. So topic sentence, it's selected by you. You have decided to write on air pollution, and definitely accordingly you have to select your supporting sentences so that you can support air pollution. Let's take another example. Suppose if you're talking about your school life, if the essay, maybe that you are writing an essay on school, maybe that you are writing about your experiences to a friend through a letter, you are talking about a story of school. So maybe that school, you are talking about your first year experience in, or a class 10 experience, that's going to be your topic sentence. So supporting sentences should come accordingly, and it should have a precision. Precision means it should not be jumbled up. Simultaneously you have to think about that what things should come, may come, so that I can organize that air pollution or your class 10, standard 10 experience that you are going to share through this experience. So supporting sentences. Supporting sentences in case of air pollution. What are the causes of air pollution? What are the pollutants? What is the misery? What is the outcome in the society? What's the role that human beings are playing on that? So these are going to be your supporting sentences through which you are forming a paragraph. related to air pollution. And same, when air pollution is done, again another topic sentence may come, because an essay talks about 5 paragraphs. An ideal essay consists of 5 paragraphs. It's only meant for school level, but there is no hard and fast rule that you have to complete an essay within 5 paragraphs. Because when you are talking about high grade levels, then definitely you have to write, you are expected to write more and more. So there might be 12, 20 paragraphs. So accordingly you have to go on. So for the first paragraph you have chosen air pollution. So you have formed, you have taken supporting sentences, and you have written like this. Secondly, again you have taken water pollution. That's going to be your topic sentence, and accordingly you have gone. So that is the way you have to select. So supporting sentences are done. Next, after supporting sentences, things that you have to check up, that grammar. Very important. Whether you are right in your construction. So I told you that grammar is just like internet connection. You have written everything, but you are trying to send the message, but internet connection is not there. Even though really it's a good message, but this message cannot be transferred because of the lack of internet connection. Here grammar is the internet connection. Even though you have written very well, but the grammar is not there. Grammatical construction is not there. So ultimately message will not be transferred to the readers. So grammar is one point that you have to be very much concerned about. Next comes spelling. Number 4. Spelling is also important. For an example, you wanted to write DEAR, by mistake you have written DEER. You are writing a letter, you should have written this, but instead of this you have written. Think about the massacre, the chaos you will create. So spelling is very important. Next comes punctuation, syntax, full stop, whether it's a question mark, whether it's a full stop, whether it's something different. So accordingly you have to select. Number 6 is rechecking. Rechecking of the things. Because another thing, when you are rechecking, you are checking all these portions once again. Because when you are talking about air pollution, suppose if air pollution is going to be your topic sentence, you should not mix water pollution in that passage. So you have to maintain the purity of the passage, because it is focusing on single idea and same as its meaning, dictionary meaning prompts to you. So you are rechecking. When rechecking is done, finally you can press the submit button. Submit here actually I'm talking about in terms of laptop, in terms of technology, but here submit definitely means when you are writing through pen and paper, it simply means that you are done with that passage. So paragraph is done. So it's only one passage. It's only one passage that you have formed. But if it is an essay, if it is a letter, then you have to go on writing passages according to your experience, according to your views and observations. Next, again, if it is a regarding pollution, if you're writing an essay or maybe an editorial letter, whatever. Next, again, you have to form another topic sentence and you have to choose accordingly. So you have to be very, very creative in that way. Suppose if it is simply an essay on pollution, you can take water pollution as your next topic sentence, second topic sentence. So second passage will be done in this way. Third, you can take soil pollution. And in this way, third passage will be done. And finally, you will go on writing like this. But let's take an example. I'm talking in general. Suppose if air pollution is a concern for your society, and you are writing an editorial letter, what kind of passages you will frame? That's a question. Let's think like this. So at that point of time, air pollution is only going to be your thesis statement. Understand critically. It's very easy. Just you are shifting the ideas here and there. Otherwise, it's nothing. All the sabjis are like this. Masalas are used the same, but actually the time of mixing, the measurement of mixing, these are different, and accordingly you are making different curries. Understand this. I'm trying to make you understand with the help of cooking practice or art of cooking. Rather, I should not use cooking practice, art of cooking. So if you're writing about the problem of air pollution and an editorial letter, so in that case, air pollution is going to be your thesis statement because you are focusing on air pollution. If it is like this, so it is number one. Number two, you have to decide your topic sentence. So topic sentences. What would be? Think about how to be creative. Causes. So cause can be one topic sentence for you, and with cause you are framing one passage. Now, suppose this is one, another number, this is number two, but ultimately this is one passage you have framed in your editorial letter. Now you will make another, means second passage. What will you write? Maybe that measures taken. Measures already taken. What did you take already, but you did not get any result out of it? So it can be your second topic sentence, and you are framing a paragraph like this. Third topic sentence can be outcome. Topic sentence number 3. Outcome. What results you are facing? What problems you are facing? Outcome. You can also create problems. Number 4. When you are writing an editorial letter, definitely you are giving your own suggestions. Now, suggestions. Suggestions, you are giving your own suggestions. So topic sentence 4. So ultimately check it that if we were writing an editorial letter on air pollution, concerning about air pollution, so ultimately you have framed or you have formulated 4 passages already. And finally, you can talk about your own conclusion. Again, it's going to be topic sentence 5. And ultimately, you know that letter ends with a message. That's a format of the letter. Think about how easy it is. First of all, when you get the topic of the letter, you get confused that what to write on air pollution. But if you divide the things, if you devise out, then definitely you are getting number of plans to write on. So even though I have shown you how to write, so if it is pollution, then how to write. If it is only air pollution, how to write. If it is school, how to write. So I hope these examples will take you to a definite idea that how to write a paragraph. Ideas should be very clear. Now along with paragraph, you have to focus on grammar, punctuation, spelling and other aspects. Before you have to recheck once again before you submit. Then your paragraphs will be done, and you have to go according to the formula. If it is a story, you have to follow the format of a story. If it is an essay, you have to follow the format of an essay. If it is anything, if it is an email writing, again you have to follow the format of email writing. But paragraphs remain same. It has to focus on a particular idea. So with number of different examples, I'm trying to show how to frame a paragraph, how to write a paragraph, how to graph your thinking, how to graph your thoughts. I hope this much is clear. So before you submit, before you think that it's fine, you check and recheck. Even though you are too much focused, you have taken proper attention while you are writing, but ultimately the final touch gives anything to a perfection. That's the only thing. Now at last I will talk about only 4 qualities of an ideal paragraph. With this I will end up. So these are 4. First talks about unity. I'm talking about an ideal paragraph. First is unity. What does it talk about? Unity here talks about that you are focused on a single idea. You are not getting diverted. You are not digressing to a different topic. When I'm talking about laptop, I should not focus on iPhone. When you are focusing on iPhone, you should not talk about laptop because it's a different topic. Yes. Connection wise, if it comes, then definitely it's okay, but you have to maintain that balance. So unity talks about this, uniformity. So you are focusing, you are centralized with one particular idea and theme. So that talks about unity. Second talks about order. Second talks about order. What is order? The thoughts should come in proper order. It talks about sequence. Suppose a teacher is coming to a school and he is teaching. Should he tell, I taught, then I came to school? Should he or should she speak like this? Definitely not. Because first he or she came in school, she got ready for the class, and then she took the class. She taught in the class. That's the sequence. So whichever thoughts you are trying to share, that should be in proper sequence. Order should be designed. So that talks about order. Third talks about coherence. Third talks about coherence. What is coherence? If you check the dictionary meaning of coherence, coherence talks about precision. Precision means logical thoughts. Whatever you are sharing, whatever you are supporting to the topic sentence, these are all logical thoughts. Something abnormal you are not sharing. So you have to be point specific. So that is mentioned through coherence. And at last comes completeness. Last comes completeness. Completeness definitely talks about the perfection, where the message is really captured by the reader. It is comprehensible. After reading the entire passage or paragraph, if nothing is kind of gettable, I'm using a word, nothing is gettable, ultimately it's a futile effort. So whatever you write, completeness, perfection should be there so that readers can easily grasp or clasp the meaning that you wanted or you intended to share through your paragraph writing. So this is just a scrap of lecture. If you have any concern, keep it within yourself. Later on, whenever we have a face-to-face meeting, then definitely you ask those questions that you faced in your mind. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.